Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now he's forced out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Patriot!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Barry. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. 58, boys. 58. 58, fight. Cut.
On 3rd and 2, Barry. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they try the right side here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st down, Barry. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Barry. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barry going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's the Raiders punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Oh, little 360. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing on 1st down. Barry. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barry. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Play fake here on first down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball in the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Barry. Over the middle, complete. That's Phillips. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Barry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle, and that trims the lead down to 9. Butker now to kick this one away. Here's Conley. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Barry, he'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, Barry going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Barry, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Looking to throw. Barry. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Barry. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the run.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Gone! 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 Hut!
On first down, Barry. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They'll drop the throw. Hard throw, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run past midfield. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 63 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
No, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
He'll look to throw, and he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Barry. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Newton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be taken at the 13. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barry. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Barry. And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw. Barry. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barry. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And it's up and good. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gone! 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 Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking to throw. Barry. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for KC. 45 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Check three. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. From the gun, Barry. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Barry. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, Barry. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Barry. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on 1st down. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. A gain of 3, 2nd down.